And why did those cops get there so fast he was still shooting? Something wrong with that. Now, when you look at Tiger, first, you have to look at golf. Now, the Scottish, say from 1545, they invented golf. No, them white folks was the holes they used was rabbit holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go back to the pagan time, they was dealing with golf. The Chinese in the 5th dynasty was dealing with golf. Now, let me show you what golf is back then. Golf is 18 holes. You know that, right?
Right.
So if you count with me, your 2 eyes, the holes in your body, 1, 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 ears, 3, 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nose, 1,
5, 6,
and mouth, 7. Then go down,
right.
8, 9, right?
Right.
All right. Now, when you and your lady come together, that's 18 holes, right? That's what golf is about, man. That's what the pagans and them was doing. Except they knew at 4:30 in the morning, you go out and the ritual you have as you walk around those holes. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now what we're looking at now, and the one good thing going to come out of this, is that racist game of golf, the way they treated black folks, they are about to fall now. Who would ever believe a little bitty black boy, would take this powerful game down where old men sit down. They had the black clubs for the black, smoking cigars and talking about women and bringing them hoes down and all of that, right? And they about to fall over this. Now, let's watch what happened with this. First, Tiger, nobody's seen him. He could be dead.
Right. I said that, too. I've been saying that. I'm like, we don't even know where this man is at. We don't even know if he's alive.
Do you tell Mississippi State Troopers, Florida State Troopers, Alabama State Troopers, do a little black man tell them State Troopers, you can't interview me? Huh? Now, what right did they have to interview him? They found him on the ground. He was barefooted, right? Mm-hmm. Now, in the 50 states in America, it is against the law to drive barefooted in any state in America, even if you're right there at the beach, okay? So that's a violation. That gives him a right. The other, he had been taking pain medicine, right? Mm-hmm. You can't drive with pain medicine against the law. That's a DUI.
Right.
Okay? So now so nobody's seen it. Now here is my bad problem with it. I don't care nothing about golf, right? At all, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm driving that Friday, singing my little song, saying my little prayer, right? They're breaking the news. Bulletin, Tiger Woods had been seriously injured in an automobile accident, right?
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
It looked like the police said it should be some arrest. So you assume that somebody was driving drunk and hit Tiger, right? Now, that's what happened when you got a clean reputation. They say he was leaving the house at 2:30 in the morning, right?
Right.
So everybody I know, the clean people, they said, what was he doing leaving the house that early? Now, if you took a lot of them heavyweight fighters, if they say they leaving the house 2:30 in the morning, people say, what they doing home so early?
Right.
Right. So now I pull over and say a prayer. Oh, God, please. Not for golf, for my grandmother and great-grandmother. Let me tell you what Tiger did. Now, y'all gonna talk all little white woman stuff, and then let me tell you what Tiger did for Grandma, great-grandma. When he came through, Grandma and them, they went to church at 11 o'clock every Sunday. Wasn't no such thing as no blitz. They didn't even listen to the weather report. They just get up and go, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what happened is that at the ghetto started exploding with people, so they had to have 2 services, remember? 8 o'clock and 11.
Right.
Grandma and them would not go to no 8 o'clock service because they said Jesus wasn't there. Tiger came through, they abandoned the 11 o'clock, went to the 8 o'clock service, right? So they could be home by noon. Now, them folk, man, they would bake a chicken, bake a ham, roast duck. Not when Tiger's on, you ate party food. That's my boy, right? And they felt good because in a white, racist, vicious country, she looked at Tiger, and that was everything they wanted their children to be. Okay? Even if they was PhDs with ignorant back, I wasted a prayer. See, once you use a prayer, it's like having a baby. You can't put it back. So I got about 2.5 prayers going into the new year. And the Grim Reaper's out here, right?
Right.
So now, when you stop and think about, the state police told us he was serious. Okay? Now, the state police out there dealing with automobile accidents every day. They know when somebody's seriously injured. Then we find out that this happened 12 hours before it got reported. How can you take one of the most famous, recognizable human beings in the history of the planet, and you can hold something back for 12 hours? Now, deviate for a minute. Last year, this time, right?
Right.
President Obama, number one, right?
Oprah?
No. Visible.
Okay.
Visible. She fits, but the three most. You got President Obama.
Right.
Michael Jackson.
Right.
And Tiger Woods. Now, a year later, two of them's down. Michael's gone. Huh? Dig this thing? Is that kind of strange, man? And the image that the president had last year this time had been tarnished with all the viciousness coming at him. Well, what's he doing with the money? How much is this going to cost? Look, you never heard nobody say when there's a forest fire out there in California, you're going to burn them white folks' home down. You ain't heard nobody say while the fire was going on, who's going to pay for it, right?
Right.
They put the fire out. That's your number one. He's putting the fire out. And everybody saying, well, who's going to pay for it? Don't worry about that. The fire's going. And so what we're looking at now is the mob ain't big no more in America like they used to, but they are kind of big in New York, Vegas, and Miami, all the way up to Disneyland, right?
Right.
So now, where these hoes come from? New York, mob connection,
Right,
Vegas, mob connection, Miami, right? Now, the brother that called the 911, he had to get a lawyer. Since what went on? He said, I saw him there laying on the ground, right?
Right.
He didn't have no shoes on. He was asleep. Remember that?
Right.
Said, then I shook him, I woke him up. He went back to sleep. He was snoring.
Right.
Now, the wife said she heard something. She lived so far from that gate. You understand? She couldn't have heard it if she'd have been in the car. She runs down. He's pinned in the car. She runs back. Not get the second set of keys, get a golf stick, instead of going to the right side of the car, up front, where he's trapped, and hit it, she go to the back and hit it. And if you look at that window, how did she get through there without getting cut?
All right, give it to me quick, Dick. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds.
So somewhere, something's not right, okay? So the investigation needs to start with the state police, start with Vegas. And I'm going to give you a little tip. You know, go to Vegas, you go to MGM Grant and go upstairs to that room where they gamble. Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, and him. Okay, he was losing something like $10 million a night. Okay?
Right.
And so there's a weird thing that go down that somebody haven't got to the truth of this yet.
You know, Dick, I'm out of time for the show. I'm going to have you back the first week of January. We can finish this conversation. Brother, I love you. Happy New Year to you. And we will be talking soon, man. I love you, Dick.
Happy New Year to you and your family and all your listeners. Peace.
All right, brother.
Bye-bye.
All right, Truth Fighters, God bless you. Happy New Year. We're going to re-air this show Friday morning to bring in 2010. God bless you. Happy New Year. Talk to you guys in 2010. Warren Ballentine Show.